Auburn Blitz is now on the air, your daily look into what's happening in Auburn athletics. With your host, Andy Graham, Brett Pritchard, Randy Lee, War Eagle.
What's up, everybody? Welcome into the Auburn Blitz here on a Friday. Brett and Andy here with you for your lunch hour, and we're glad that you've joined us. Our program brought to you by J.A. Smith Construction and Excavation and Sensor Green. So we appreciate both of them so very much for being our partners here on the Auburn Blitz. Andy, good to see you this morning, this afternoon. What do you call noon? Do you call it after? It's not afternoon because it's noon. So
let's call it the lunch hour. The
lunch hour. We're here, and but again, we appreciate all of you that find us each and every day here on the Auburn Blitz. And Andy, you and I don't get a chance to be together very much because of all of our different paths and things like that. So good to be here with you on a recorded show today. Obviously, it'll show at noon for everybody, but we won't be able to take your comments and your phone calls today. But it is a big game coming up for Auburn. On Saturday. I guess they're all big at this point. I mean, that's kind of a cliche statement, but Auburn needs a win. This is to get them to bowl eligibility, and this game won't get them bowl eligible. But if you take care of business against Mercer, it would get you to 6 wins if you were to lose to Vanderbilt, Alabama. But I'm thinking bigger things than that. I mean, at some point in time, this program's going to have to show signs of life, not just trying to get to a 6-6 mark. I know that's better than where we've been the last several years, but this has been a weird year. You know, the more I look at it from where we sit and how games played out and calls in games and just the polar opposite of the defense versus offense, if you just had a couple things go your way, man, you're sitting in a totally different situation right now. It's just a wild, wild year. If it can be wilder than what Auburn's done in the past.
Yeah, we came into the season, we thought this was a very talented team. We didn't really know. We thought we were going to play a lot of young guys on defense, but a lot of expectation from the offense. New quarterback coming in with Jackson Arnold, and it just has not worked out, obviously. The defense has gotten better and better and better, and they're playing so many young guys, and that's so encouraging moving forward that they're going to be able to be really, really good in the next several years. But, yeah, it has been an odd year. You look back and, as much as I hate to, I made fun of it, and we talk about being so close. A lot of one-score games, how many times has the SEC, basically apologized to Auburn? And twice. I mean, basically, you get a guy fired and you get a public apology from the SEC saying, yeah, you pretty much, that was on us. You got hosed on that one. So there's nobody wants to hear that kind of stuff, and we're sick of hearing that kind of thing because we're so ready to get over the hump. But you're right. I mean, this is a game that Auburn has to win. This is one of those where you look at and go, this is the expectation. I mean, you cannot lose this game. No matter what happens with the officials, no matter what happens with anything, you have to beat Arkansas. You have to beat Kentucky. Now, what was it the beginning of the year? That that's the expectation, right? To go to a bowl game. So
what do you say?
Hey, maybe we're right there.
Maybe we should have just listened closer. Maybe we should have just taken him for his word and said, how dare you, cut us that short on expectations. Maybe that was his expectations all along. Is like, hey, get to 6-6. Hey, we're rocking and rolling. I've revamped the roster, and I was in discussion with a lot of guys at the complex the other day when we were waiting to go to practice, and it was me and Jason and Nathan and Christian and a bunch of us and Cole Pinkston, and we were all talking, and we look, undeniably, some things he's done have gotten this program in better shape. Number one, the roster. He said he was going to come in and revamp the roster, and he has. Now, with that being said, are we closer? Yeah, and then we got into the discussion with what did these games look like 3 or 4 years ago versus now? You're in 1-score games versus 3 or 4-score games, getting blown out against Georgia, getting blown out against whoever. So the gap's closed there. So what if you are close? Like, I know we get tired of hearing that, and that's kind of been coach speak, but really, maybe what if we are on the cusp of turning the corner and everybody's like, hey, it's hard to – you can't see the future, but maybe we can't see how really close we are to, play here or play there, starting to go our way and continuing to revamp and improve this roster and getting more buy-in. It takes more than overnight to get some of this stuff done when you're in a situation like Auburn's been.
Well, everybody likes to use the example of Bruce Pearl. Coming in, he had 2 losing seasons. Then he had a very mediocre season year 3. It took 3 years to get that roster where it was competitive in the SEC. I look at Eli Drinkowitz, 5-5, 6-7, 6-7. There, his first 3 years. Mm-hmm. Now 11 wins, 10 wins. The last 2 years, they're sitting pretty good right now, like where we would like to be, at 6-2 or something like that. So, yeah, there's precedent for it. And, I mean, Brett, we're not asking. I feel like we're having the same conversation, though it's just a little bit different.
Because
I think about 2014, we're on another show that we used to do, and we're talking about if we could just get a defense that's in the top 40.
Right.
We're not asking for a lot. I'm just asking for a top 40 defense, and we could be a national title contender with this offense. Now here we are, and I'm just saying, give me 24 points.
Yeah.
Just give me 24 points. I mean, I'm not asking for a lot. So, I mean, yes, if we score 24 points a game offensively,
we're in great shape.
We'd be 6-1. We'd be 7-1.
7-1 in the top 10 with ranked, wins over a bunch of ranked teams, and that's how close you really are. And again, I know people watching this are going to say, "Man, what have they done? They've changed their whole." I've not changed. I'm just saying the answer is not. And you know how pissed off I was yesterday in a text group with us about all this coaching stuff, and then they fired. Like LSU fired their AD, so he's gone. So he's made so many. Like the governor continues to talk about, hey man, that guy ain't making no more decisions for LSU. He cost Texas, a school in Texas, $75 million. It's cost us $54 million. This guy obviously can't make a decision worth the darn. Like you can't just keep scrapping everything every 3 years, and building up more debt and building up more payouts and stuff like that. Man, I hate it as much as anybody. You know that, Andy. I'm sick of this crap. Sick of losing, sick of coming up short. I'm sick of having to go in the press conference, watching this guy walk in with his head down and all this junk, and I have to ask a question I don't really want to ask, but I got to ask it. And then, is it ever going to change? Is it ever going to turn? We're all done with it. But on the flip side, maybe with all this crap going on this year, you just need to sit tight. I know it sucks. And I don't know what the end of the year looks like. We don't know what the next 4 games look like. If we lose to Kentucky Saturday, I'm just crumble all this I'm saying up, throw it away, let's get rid of it. Because if you lose to Kentucky, you're terrible. Like, you're not going in the right direction. You're at home. There's no excuse. But my point is, what is one more year in this legion of doom that we've been in for the last 4? And if you're getting back and you got buy-in and you don't have a lot of turnover and you keep DJ Durkin and you keep recruiting well and you keep adding and you can figure the freaking quarterback position out maybe finally, maybe you are that close. I don't know. I'm just throwing hypotheticals out.
I think it's a great point. And is it worth it? I mean, like you said, another buyout. I know his is minuscule compared to some of these other ones. that we're talking about.
But now you're getting in the arena again of trying to fight with these other schools trying to hire a coach.
If there's a chance, I mean, and I believe that there certainly is. Again, what are we talking about?
No.
We just got through. I mean, we're not asking for a whole lot here. So, yes, there's a chance if you can actually make a good decision at quarterback, and you can. That's the biggest thing. That's the biggest piece that's missing. There's no question. I mean, the Auburn's running game, good. I'll take it. Auburn's wide receiver core, very talented. The offensive line, we've seemed to have kind of. I mean, they're much maligned in certain situations, but a lot of that's not their fault. I mean, they're better. I think we can all say they're much better than they have been the last couple of years.
With a 17-year-old at center, by the way.
Yeah, really. And there again, I mean, the recruits, and I made this point Tuesday with Randy. You know, I think back to Gus Malzahn. We used to bring in the number 7, 8, 9 class, but half the guys wouldn't pan out, and half of them would leave, and we'd end up with like 2 or 3 that were actually impact players.
It's true.
Almost all of the guys Chief Freeze brings in are impact players. I mean, there's so many of these guys that we recruit now that are, I mean, big-time players and are really showing up. So there's reason, again, nobody likes to hear it, and I don't like to hear it, but if you go out and you got an opportunity to win a few games here down the stretch, and I've said if we win out, that's going to tell me, hey, we may have turned the corner. And I'll say that.
I'm with you. I think at some point in time you got to step up to the plate and say, okay, let's all quit talking about what's going to happen and let's do it. Let's make it now, because this stretch is not terrible. Let's just be honest. This is not terrible. Alabama's always going to be Alabama at the end of the year, but you know what? They're not a world beater. And in Jordan Hare, if you got some momentum, you know, freaking flip the page, man. Like, I'm just where I'm at with it, and show that, man, you finish 8-4, you actually got some momentum going into the offseason, and you're going to get a decent bowl, and you just knocked off a national championship contender or a playoff contender in Alabama. Like, can we have that for a change rather than, let's see how we can get to 6-6 and make do? So, all right, we're up against the first break on the show. Everybody, make sure you stay right where you are. More to come here on the Auburn Blitz right after this.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Adams Motorsports of Montgomery knows it's the best time to ride. Right now, get the best deals on all of our Suzuki and Kawasaki street bikes, side-by-sides, four-wheelers, and dirt bikes. Adams Motorsports has it all, and our inventory is vast. Get out there, ride the streets and trails, and let Adams Motorsports make your pleasure our business. With family customer service and service after the sale. It's time to ride, so come see us on Eastern Boulevard in Montgomery or online at adamsmotorsports.com.
L&M Pawn & Gun, located in the USA Factory Stores in Opelika, is East Alabama and West Georgia's complete gun, tactical, and pawn shop. It invites the region to shop over 500 firearms in stock, on the floor, and ready for sale at the market's best values. At L&M Pawn & Gun, we specialize in all tactical guns, equipment, and parts, including AK-47 and AR-15s. Specialized parts for tactical guns as well as suppressors and other parts you can't find anywhere. L&M Pawn & Gun has it all in the USA Factory Stores in Opelika, or shop online, lmpawnandgun.com.
This is Kathy Holmes with Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine. Jeff Verner and I opened in East Montgomery 25 years ago and have become the premier butcher shop, wine retailer, and caterer in the River region. We are excited to invite you to our newest location at 2459 East Glen Avenue in Auburn, Opelika. We want to become your one-stop shop for the freshest cuts of meat in town, grab-and-go casseroles, gift items, and the best wine selection in the area. Think of us when catering your next event. Check us out online at steaksandwine.com for daily lunch specials and details on upcoming wine tastings and fun events.
Looking for hometown service and name brands you can trust? Come to Presley Appliance and Furniture. From the best choice in appliances from Whirlpool, Maytag, Amana, and KitchenAid to home furnishings, Presley's is your one-stop shop for comfort and quality. And now we've added the Mattress Shop by Serta Simmons Bedding and top quality sheets and pillows from Caraloha. Shop Presley Appliance and Furniture on Cherokee Road in Alex City or online at PresleyAppliance.com. That's PresleyAppliance.com.
There's only one option for top-of-the-line aftermarket upgrades on your vehicle, and that's Frontline Outfitters. We offer quality parts, lift kits, custom wheels and tires, bed covers, step bars, and toolboxes that are installed by trained and skilled professionals, to custom powder coating with hundreds of colors and finishes, to the highest quality film for window tinting using state-of-the-art film cutting technology. Call Frontline Outfitters at 256-409-8100. Don't be in the back of the line. Put your vehicle at the front with Frontline Outfitters.
Looking for the perfect spot to unwind? Welcome to Bunkers. Our friendly staff and vibrant atmosphere make Bunkers the ultimate hangout space for all ages. With 6 state-of-the-art golf simulator stations, you can play around with friends no matter the weather. Enjoy mouth-watering food and a wide variety of handcrafted mixed drinks. With our attached parking deck, access is always hassle-free. Make your next night out unforgettable at Bunkers.
Hillary Towers may very well be the Lake Martin area's best kept secret. An affordable senior citizens community located on Highway 22 East in Alexander City. Spacious one-bedroom units are currently available. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living where pets are allowed and utilities are included. Call today for more information on the newly renovated Hillary Towers, 256-329-0552. 256-329-0552. Hillary Towers, 22 East, Alexander City.
Bundle your home and auto and save money with State Farm's personal price plan. Contact State Farm agent Ron Carroll today at 256-378-6631 or visit him on Highway 280 in Childersburg. Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer availability. Eligibility may vary.
Visit our new locations in Gadsden and Oxford today.
For work or play, it's Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Silverado and Colorado's ready to roll for Chevy Truck Month. Get going in a powerful new full-size Chevrolet Silverado with discounts up to $13,500 off. Test drive the mid-size Chevy Colorados. Big performance and big discounts up to $5,000 off. People from all over the USA are coming to Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Get ready to drive and get ready to smile.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. 45 minutes left on the show today. Brett and Andy with you here, and our program brought to you by J. Smith Construction and Excavation. No job is too big, no job is too small. Residential and commercial construction, they can handle it all. Make sure you check out J. Smith Construction and Sensagreen for air that is cool and clean. Call on Sensagreen. They are the carrier experts here in the state of Alabama. Proud supporters of Auburn Athletics and proud supporters of the Auburn Blitz. We appreciate them so very much. Andy, we'll talk about basketball here in just a little bit because that was pretty impressive last night against Memphis, although it was a exhibition game. I thought you can take a lot out of that. It was a good opponent, so we'll dive into that. On the podcast this morning, had Kyle Rush on with me and Faith and just asked the question of them, what is Hugh Freeze's biggest flaw? If you had to pick out, everybody's got flaws. We all got flaws, and that's just part of it. And, there's some good things about Hugh Freeze and there's some not so good things about Hugh Freeze. And I think you pick every coach in America out and you can go down the list. None of them are perfect. But some guys' faults are greater than others. And cause more problems than others. So just looking at it now that we're almost 3 years into the Hugh Freeze era at Auburn, what is it, in your opinion, that's his biggest flaw that's held him back?
That's a good question. I I think, well, I mean, obviously his inability to judge talent at the quarterback position is the one that's glaring to me.
That's the first one that we talked about this morning.
Yeah. That is, I mean, again, we've been talking about this for as long as we've been doing shows. Player evaluation is such a key element to college football, and, you know, recruiting the right guys, guys that are going to be able to come in and play. And now with the transfer portal, you make a direct decision. You're going to bring this guy in. It's no longer, hey, we're going to bring a guy in you do bring again a guy in like Deuce Knight and let him redshirt, and we're going to groom him and we're going to bring him along slowly. But in the meantime, you make decisions. Oh, this guy's going to come in and be our starter, and we're 0 for 2 right now. So I mean, that's the biggest thing that stands out to me.
And we felt like hiring Hugh Freeze, that would be the one thing we didn't have to worry about. I mean, and then it happens to be the biggest glaring problem, which leads us to say, you know, it's probably his biggest flaw since he's been at Auburn. Kyle added that organization, maybe, you know, not having maybe juggling too many things, you know, as the head coach, and trying to be involved in too much, and not giving off enough responsibility on the offensive side where he can go and do some other things that he needs to do. I like that point too. I mean, there's too much him hauling, you know, back and forth on certain things. And then I added in, has he really changed his offense at all since Ole Miss? You know, and I had that discussion. Me and Brian Matthews were talking about that the other day at practice, and he looked at me and he said, you know, when I look at this, he's like, is this really any different than what he had at Ole Miss with Bo Wallace? And then, you know, he hasn't changed much, and it doesn't take much for teams to watch film and evolve and pick up on your tendencies. I mean, he's got a good point. I mean, I think all of these things are, you know, the one thing about Nick Saban is that Nick Saban, if he would have stuck with his philosophy when he got to Alabama toward his latter years, it wouldn't have worked. Because as he hired new offensive coordinators, as he hired new people, he had to change his philosophy as far as his personnel on defense and the type of linebackers he had. He had to, you know, get smaller, faster linebackers more than bigger, hard thumper linebackers that stop the run because the offense is evolved. I mean, you got to evolve, man. You got to be able to change. And if you can't change and you just keep doing things the way you've always done them and expect them to get you the same results as when you introduced it, I mean, it's like banging your head up against a concrete block wall and expecting to knock it down. I mean, the only damage you're doing is to yourself. You're not doing it to the other teams. They've picked up on it. I think that's a valid point too.
Well, what did Hugh Freeze when he took the job? He came in and said, I'm going to be a CEO. I got to focus so much on recruiting. I'm going to bring in Philip Montgomery to run the offense.
I know.
And how long that lasts, bro?
About half a second. So.
About half a season. And he was ready to take it back. So we're in that. Now, here's the I guess the benefit to hiring a CEO coach. You're going to bring in an offensive coordinator and let him run his offense. And if he's in any way successful, he's either going to get a better job or he's going to get a head coaching opportunity. And you bring in somebody else. So the offense just naturally changes and, you know, it kind of, you know, evolves. But if you have a head coach that's an offensive guy, then it's the same offense the whole time.
Loose, man.
You just bring somebody else in to call the plays. And clearly he has no trust in Derek Nix. Now, I mean, maybe Derek Nix, I'm sure Derek Nix is
Did he hire Derek Nix just for the recruiting aspect of this thing?
Yes.
Well, I mean, that
comfortability, I suppose. I don't know. But he has no trust in him whatsoever.
I agree. I mean, it's very apparent that he's going to call the plays. He's got the play sheet over there, and he's making the decisions. And, you know, that's and whatever Derek Nix is relaying to him in the box from the box down there is, you know, they may consult each other or whatever, but it's ultimately Hugh Freeze making the call there. All right, we're up against another break here on the show. Make sure you don't go anywhere. A lot more to come here on the Auburn Blitz right after this.
Chick-fil-A is always the best option when you're on the go, but they are also great when it comes to planning your next event, from tailgating to birthday parties to weddings. Call Chick-fil-A Alexander City at 256-289-7955 for catering or order on the Chick-fil-A app. Make sure to choose the Alexander City location and have your catering order ready to go. Nugget trays, mac and cheese trays, fruit trays, cookie trays, gallons of our famous lemonade or tea, and chilled grilled chicken sub sandwiches, and a lot more options. Make it Chick-fil-A Alexander City for your next event.
For air that's cool and clean, call Senza Green. For air that's cool and clean, you care about the air you breathe, call Senza Green.
Turn to the experts at Sensagreen and find out how to get up to $1,000 in carrier cool cash rebates. Visit Sensagreen.com today to be worry-free when it comes to your home comfort and indoor air quality.
For air that's cool and clean, you care about the air you breathe, call Senza Green.
Presley Appliance and Furniture, located on Cherokee Road in Alexander City, is locally owned and operated with over 35 years of experience in the appliance and furniture business. Specializing in Amana, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, and Ashley Furniture, Presley Appliance services what they sell and will make sure you receive top-notch customer service. Call them today at 256-329-9762 or drop by to see them on Cherokee Road in Alexander City. Presley Appliance and Furniture, where they service what they sell. There's only one option for top-of-the-line aftermarket upgrades on your vehicle, and that's Frontline Outfitters. We offer quality parts, lift kits, custom wheels and tires, bed covers, step bars, and toolboxes that are installed by trained and skilled professionals, to custom powder coating with hundreds of colors and finishes, to the highest quality film for window tinting using state-of-the-art film cutting technology. Call Frontline Outfitters at 256-409-8100. Don't be in the back of the line. Put your vehicle at the front with Frontline Outfitters.
This is Kathy Holmes with Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine. Jeff Verner and I opened in East Montgomery 25 years ago and have become the premier butcher shop, wine retailer, and caterer in the River region. We are excited to invite you to our newest location at 2459 East Glen Avenue in Auburn, Opelika. We want to become your one-stop shop for the freshest cuts of meat in town, grab-and-go casseroles, gift items, and the best wine selection in the area. Think of us when catering your next event. Check us out online at steaksandwine.com for daily lunch specials and details on upcoming wine tastings and fun events.
At Central Alabama Community College, we provide a quality education that will set you up for success. Whether you're pursuing a degree or advancing your career with technical training, TAC offers premier programs at 4 campuses in Alexander City, Childersburg, Prattville, and Talladega. From industrial, electronics to machining, our students are prepared for the workforce or further education. At CAC, you'll enjoy vibrant campus life, exciting athletics, and personalized support, all at an affordable price. Your future starts here at CAC. Apply today.
Looking for the perfect spot to unwind? Welcome to Bunkers. Our friendly staff and vibrant atmosphere make Bunkers the ultimate hangout space for all ages. With 6 state-of-the-art golf simulator stations, you can play around with friends no matter the weather. Enjoy mouth-watering food and a wide variety of handcrafted mixed drinks. With our attached parking deck, access is always hassle-free. Make your next night out unforgettable at Bunkers.
Henderson & Coker is a premier custom general contractor located in Central Alabama. With over 50 years of industry experience, Henderson & Coker has been crafting stunning custom residential and commercial spaces for families and businesses throughout Alabama and Georgia. If you're in the market for a top-of-the-line luxury home or specialized commercial work, contact the experts at 256-750-7383 and check them out on the web at hendersonandcoker.com.
Everyone, to the Auburn Blitz, halfway through our show today. Again, we thank all of our sponsors, but halfway through the show means it's time for Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine. And we want to remind everybody we will be doing our post-game reaction show from after the game. We'll be at Pepper Tree. They'll be closed. We were at Pepper Tree this past Saturday after the Arkansas game. I wish we could get back in Pepper Tree, but maybe I can talk Kathy into opening. Probably not. But not at midnight, but again, we will be on about 30, 40 minutes after the game because we have the press conference, and then we'll head over and do the post-game show after. But we appreciate Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine, and, man, their food is phenomenal, Andy. It's just top-notch. Steaks, ribs, chicken, pork chops, tiger tails, whatever it is that you want. They got tuna steaks in there. you just get whatever you want, man. And it's the prime cut of all of it.
Absolutely. Tremendous food. Kaneka burgers, I could highly recommend. Steaks, the ribs, I've had it all. It's absolutely terrific.
It is. So make sure you head over to Pepper Tree in Auburn and in Montgomery. So I've been in Montgomery for over 25 years out there in Pepper Tree. So long-standing reputation, and the Auburn store continues to flourish, and why not? I mean, the great food right there. All right, let's shift over and talk some Auburn basketball. Auburn basketball last night against Memphis. Hey, look, put up 100 against a really good team. I was very impressed with several guys. When you look down and see what they were able to do, and the first one that stands out to me is Caden Magwood. And I told you guys, I kind of gave y'all I know it was a long, big thing, but I tried to detail each session, and at Pro Day, I tried to play-by-play it for y'all to see who scored and all that. And I told y'all, Caden Magwood, I was very impressed with him in that scrimmage Pro Day situation. And he got the start. Now, will he be getting the start moving forward? I thought that was another interesting thing that Stephen Pearl did, running out Bashir and Magwood and SWA and Jovic and some of those guys. But Caden Magwood, Auburn's got to have him because Todd can't just be the bearer of everything for 40 minutes every game. And, Caden Magwood gave Auburn 20 minutes last night, 4 or 5 from the field, had 15 points, was 5 of 7 from the free throw line, was perfect from outside the arc. I mean, this is who this guy is. And I told y'all, I was impressed, and he showed it last night against Memphis.
Yeah, he's an offensive he's going to give us a spark there. He did have 5 turnovers. That's the thing.
He did.
But I think that's why he threw him out there. He wanted to give him some, obviously we all know Todd's going to be the guy. But you're going to need Magwood, like you said. So get him some real-time experience and let the pressure be on his shoulders, see how he handles it. See where he can, and I think it was just basically, Stephen Pearl, I think, made the statement: quit trying to throw home runs and just throw singles. Try to make the regular pass. You don't have to make a Magic Johnson pass every time. So I think once he settles in, that'll be fine. We got out rebounded again. We win by 30 and get out rebounded. So that just may be who this team is. We don't have a lot of huge inside presence, but we're gonna make up for it by scoring from the outside, I guess. So that might be something we just kind of have to live with.
Well, I think that's going to be the chink in the armor with this team because you just don't have a lot of size. Did have 38 points in the paint to Memphis's 30.
Yeah.
18 second chance points for Memphis to 14 for Auburn. Auburn got 19 off fast break. Crazy that, Memphis had 50 of their points off the bench. Auburn had 36. But, Auburn played a lot of guys. And Stephen Pearl alluded to that in the opening press conference with us. He said, this is going to be a team that has to go 10, 11 deep this year for us to be successful. We can't have a 6 to 7 deep team like we whittled it down to this past year, making a run where we only had confidence in really 6 to 7 guys that could play it, really limited. And we all talked about that as well, how Auburn was playing a much smaller group of guys, and we weren't seeing some guys really get any contribution at all. But he's saying, look, and I think this team's built a more fast break type, get up and down the floor offense. You had to kind of hang back with Janai Broome because he added so much. But, I know it's kind of weird to say, and, Janai Broome just got moved down to the lower league from Philadelphia, which, I'm not surprised, to be honest. Just his motor would hold Auburn back sometimes in games. I just think, I know that's crazy to say about a national runner-up player of the year, and he was a phenomenal player and will go down as one of the best to ever play. But it's like it was him, and then there was a different style of team on the floor, and they had to just make sure he got his touches and stuff. This team's looking to burn it up, man. They're trying to get up and down the floor as fast as they can.
Well, one thing I love about this is you got 4 players in double figures. You got 2 with 9 and 1 with 8. So up and down the lineup, all of them can score. I love teams like that. Like I say, we may have to sacrifice a little bit on the boards. We may get out rebounded, but if you score 100, which it seems to be the pace here, that's pretty, that's going to be hard to deal with. And I like the defense was a little bit better than this. Now, we don't know anything. I don't know, how good Oklahoma State is. I don't know how good Memphis is, but those teams are usually, and they have been pretty good. So I think they're talented. But the defensive effort was so much better in this one than it was against Oklahoma State. So that's really good to see, and I think we needed that.
Yeah, and I think he alluded to that. They answered the challenge. They really dialed in on the scouting report, and they fixed some things they needed.
23 turnovers, I think, in this.
Yeah. Yep. So, all right, we're going to take a break here on the show. Stay tuned. More to come here on the Auburn Blitz right after this.
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check, rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at bamasheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
Dixie Electric Plumbing and Air is excited to participate in our annual Catch Me in Pink campaign, raising money for cutting-edge breast cancer research. We partnered locally with the Joy to Life Foundation and Vera Bradley to help raise significant funds in support of the cause. Each week, we are giving away prizes locally in addition to our national grand prize, a tropical trip for 2. To enter, simply snap an Ussie of you and a pink-clad Dixie employee and enter it on our website. Dixie will donate money for every photo that's submitted, and you will be entered to win big.
I'm Joseph Dean with Lake Martin Funeral Home and Cremation in Dadeville. We're located at 16797 Highway 280, which is on the corner of 280 and 49 North. With an on-site crematory in Opelika and a cemetery in Tallapoosa County, we are a full-service funeral home. To get in touch with us, feel free to come by or call us, 256-750-0381. And for any other questions, you can visit the website at lakemartinfuneralhome.com.
Grain and Leaf, located at 6068 Highway 63 South, is Lake Martin's premier boutique-style bottle shop with a unique array of sophistication for everyone. Appropriately named for its exclusive selection of top spirits, wine, and craft beer, Grain and Leaf also has a number of fine cigars for you to choose from. They also carry the full line of Hornsby Farms assorted jellies and pottery. Open 10 to 7 Monday through Saturday and noon to 5 on Sundays, Grain and Leaf is your premier shop in the Lake Martin area.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
The all-new Winter Timber is now open, located right next to the Walmart Market across from the Auburn Mall. If the outdoors is your lifestyle, Winter Timber is your new headquarters. From rifles, ammo, and hunting supplies, camo, and all the outdoor essentials, they've got it in stock and ready for you. Winter Timber is here to serve Auburn, Opelika, and the entire Lake Martin area, and they'll make the drive worth it. For the best selection and the best service in outdoor gear, one name says it all: Winter Timber, the best in outdoor needs.
Lake Martin Mobile Detailing is the #1 auto and boat detailing company in Central Alabama. Don't trust your vehicle or boat to just anybody. Hire the professionals. Top-of-the-line ceramic coating, detailing, gel coat restoration, and paint correction gives you the options to take care of your boat or vehicle the right way. Located on Highway 63, just about 2 miles from Highway 280 in Alexander City, Lake Martin Mobile Detailing will have you riding in style. Call them today at 256-794-2328.
Hi, I'm Abby Guy, Vice President at Riverbank and Trust. They say that most banks offer the same products, but Riverbank offer something most can't: personal connection. We love getting to know our customers by name and making them feel special with every interaction. It's a feeling of warm hospitality you won't find anywhere else. Experience it for yourself.
What's the verdict?
Can't fix your heat pump. Need a new one.
Uh-oh. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking Daikin.
Call on Kevin Kill and Sunshine Heating and Air at 256-825-4849, Central Alabama's premier Daikin dealer.
So what's he thinking?
Oh, he's thinking Daikin.
Daikin, one of the top selling in the world.
Now I'm thinking Daikin.
Daikin. Comfort for life.
When you want quality, selection, price, superior financing, and a pain-free buying experience, look no further than Sons Automotive Group of Montgomery and Auburn. Sons of Montgomery offers the best selection of Kias, Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, and Ram trucks. Conveniently located on Eastern Boulevard, Sons Ford of Auburn is the region's Ford volume dealer. And when you shop at any Sons location, they will maximize all incentives and financing options for anyone's credit. Whether Kia, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram in Montgomery, or Ford in Auburn, Sons Automotive treats you like family because they are family driven.
Everyone to the Auburn Blitz. Couple segments left in the show today. Brett and Andy here with you. Program brought to you by J.A. Smith Construction and Excavation and Sensor Green. Andy, kind of moving back toward the games coming up on tap tomorrow around the SEC. Where will some of the big surprises come from this week? And we'll talk about some of the games outside of the SEC, but we'll start with the SEC. Let me look at it and see. Vanderbilt at Texas. Your thoughts on that game?
Well, beginning of the year, you look at that one and thought Vandy played Kentucky. I mean, they played Texas really close last year in Nashville, but going on the road seemed like a bit of a bridge too far. Now, I like Vanderbilt in this game. Now, I don't know if Arch Manning's going to play, and to be perfectly honest, I don't know if that's not a bad thing for Texas. You get a backup quarterback in there, so from Auburn High School, no less. But I like Vanderbilt. I think they're a better team right now.
I do too. And that's just kind of crazy that we're even saying that. So, when you look at just this world we live in, man, what zone are we in? So, but yeah, I'm with you. Texas is a 3.5-point favorite, but that's an odd 6-2 Texas team, isn't it?
It is. I mean, that again, I don't know what their offense has been bad. They're in the same kind of boat as Auburn. I think they had 170 something yards against Kentucky. So I mean, it is. You want to talk about bogged down? It is ugly right now in Austin.
Yeah. What do you think about Arch Manning overall? What's the situation there in your opinion?
I think he's a very mediocre quarterback, from what I've seen. I mean, I haven't watched Texas play every single game, but every game that I've watched, I mean, he just doesn't look like a big time SEC quarterback to me.
Yeah, I'm with you, and I've seen enough sample size of him right now. It just looks like it's, maybe he's not what everybody thought he was going to be. So, all right, the largest cocktail party, Georgia and Florida in Jacksonville, 2:30. Georgia is a 7.5-point favorite in this game. Is there any way Florida can muster up a way to get?
I think they can play them close for a half. If Florida can run the ball, which they've shown an ability to do it, they can kind of slow the game down a little bit. And that game's always a little weird, but I think Georgia pulls away in the second half. I don't see Georgia losing this game.
No, I don't either. So I think Georgia ends up winning and winning comfortable. All right, Mississippi State at Arkansas. Ooh.
Somebody's got to win, Brett.
Well, that's what we said last week. when Auburn and Arkansas played, somebody got to win.
And somebody did win. So, Arkansas got another chance. Mississippi State, they're both winless in the SEC. So, I don't know why. I mean, Mississippi State has played really well. They played well enough to beat Texas and lost. They played well enough to beat Tennessee and lost. But I don't know. For some reason, I like Arkansas in this game.
Yeah. I mean, somehow, some way, Taylor Green not going to throw 3 picks again, is he?
I wouldn't think so.
No, I think I'm going to ride with you on that one. There, South Carolina at Ole Miss. Is there any way Ole Miss can be scared in this game by South Carolina?
I think yes. If Lane keeps doing idiotic things, putting Austin Simmons in down the goal line for some inexplicable reason.
Why?
For going forward on 4th down on your own 25 when there's no need to. Yes, they could keep them in the game, but South Carolina's not even good.
No, they're terrible.
Yeah.
And Alabama almost lost to them, so which is, again, just kind of tells you. All right, then Oklahoma and Tennessee, 2-6-2 teams. Man, the loser of this game's out of the playoff race.
Yeah,
I think this is a playoff game. This is a number 18 Oklahoma versus a number 14 Tennessee on the road at Tennessee.
Tennessee's defense has actually been terrible.
It's terrible.
They're giving up about 30-something a game, so that's where Oklahoma has struggled. I think John Mateer can play. I think he plays well in this game. I think Oklahoma can actually get a little bit of offense going, and their defense is really nasty at times, especially in the pass rush. So I don't know. Again, I'm going with Oklahoma in an upset here.
Okay. Oklahoma in an upset on the road at Tennessee and Knoxville. Be a big win for Brent Venables. I mean, just a massive win overall for that program that has laid one egg after another too. And, I hate to say it, stole one from Auburn, with the cheating play. But, hey, you got to get away with what you get away with, I reckon. So, all right,
we haven't run that play again. So,
well, yeah, it's kind of, and that's a whole nother story for another day. But the SEC, like issuing these apologies and crap, is just that doesn't mean anything. And then to find out that they met with the team before and discussed that play and I guess approved the freaking thing. I mean, just wild, just absolutely wild. So
bizarre.
All right, so we got one final segment coming up here on the show. Everybody stay tuned. One final segment right after this.
At Central Alabama Community College, we provide a quality education that will set you up for success. Whether you're pursuing a degree or advancing your career with technical training, TAC offers premier programs at 4 campuses in Alexander City, Childersburg, Prattville, and Talladega. From industrial, electronics to machining, our students are prepared for the workforce or further education. At CAC, you'll enjoy vibrant campus life, exciting athletics, and personalized support, all at an affordable price. Your future starts here at CAC. Apply today.
For air that's cool and clean, call Sensi Green. For air that's cool and clean, care about the air you breathe, call Sensi Green.
Turn to the experts at Sensigreen and find out how to get up to $1,000 in carrier cool cash rebates. Visit Sensigreen.com today to be worry-free when it comes to your home comfort and indoor air quality.
For air that's cool and clean, care about the air you breathe, call Sensi Green.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare. Serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
Sign Source is your local vendor for commercial and residential sign manufacturing and installation. We offer all kinds of lighted and non-lighted signage, from retail signs, LED message centers, event banners, vehicle wraps, the whole spectrum. We also offer service and repair on existing signs, as well as retrofitting to LED or installation of outsourced signage. We have the knowledge necessary to fulfill all of your signage needs in the short or long term. Visit signsourcenow.com to get started.
Buying a home or property can be the biggest investment of your life. The Wisdom Firm is licensed to close any property purchase in the entire state of Alabama. The office is on both Bent Creek Drive in Auburn and Highway 49 South at beautiful Lake Martin. The Wisdom Firm has you covered. Give Travis and his team a call at 334-826-0722 or check them out at www.auburnlegal.com for all your real estate closing needs. No representation is made that the quality of legal services is greater than the quality of legal services made by other attorneys.
Looking for hometown service and name brands you can trust? Come to Presley Appliance and Furniture. From the best choice in appliances from Whirlpool, Maytag, Amana, and KitchenAid to home furnishings, Presley's is your one-stop shop for comfort and quality. And now we've added the Mattress Shop by Serta Simmons Bedding and top quality sheets and pillows from Caraloha. Shop Presley Appliance and Furniture on Cherokee Road in Alex City or online at PresleyAppliance.com. That's PresleyAppliance.com.
Central Alabama. This is our home. It's where we work, where we play, where we raise our families and grow old. And in the unfortunate event we become sick with cancer, thanks to UAB Medicine Russell Medical Cancer Center, this is where we heal also. We have invested in new technologies and expertise so that now we're able to treat all sorts of cancers and you never have to leave Tallapoosa County. UAB Medicine Russell Medical Cancer Center. Compassionate, convenient, collaborative cancer care right here at home.
Folks around these parts have known for a long time that Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280, is your #1 stop for automotive service and repair. At Walls Tire, you'll always find quality service at a fair price on everything from AC, name brand tires, big or small repairs, routine maintenance, towing, and more. When your car or truck needs to run right, there's one place in the area to go, conveniently located and easy to find. Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280.
Hillary Towers may very well be the Lake Martin area's best-kept secret. An affordable senior citizens community located on Highway 22 East in Alexander City. Spacious one-bedroom units are currently available. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living where pets are allowed and utilities are included. Call today for more information on the newly renovated Hillary Towers, 256-329-0552. 256-329-0552. Hillary Towers, 22 East, Alexander City.
Grain and Leaf, located at 6068 Highway 63 South, is Lake Martin's premier boutique-style bottle shop with a unique array of sophistication for everyone. Appropriately named for its exclusive selection of top spirits, wine, and craft beer, Grain and Leaf also has a number of fine cigars for you to choose from. They also carry the full line of Hornsby Farms assorted jellies and pottery. Open 10 to 7 Monday through Saturday and noon to 5 on Sundays, Grain and Leaf is your premier shop in the Lake Martin area.
Bundle your home and auto and save money with State Farm's personal price plan. Contact State Farm agent Ron Carroll today at 256-378-6631 or visit him on Highway 280 in Childersburg. Prices vary by state, options selected by customer availability, and eligibility may vary.
The Auburn Blitz final segment on the program here today, and Auburn, Kentucky looming large tomorrow night. Andy, at what point in time did we lose the lore of night games at Jordan-Hare? And look, most of the time in these years where things hadn't been good, we get all these 11:30 games and crap time frames. And man, not only did the schedule set up good for Auburn this year, they got the great time slots. And then you look up and just cannot get over the hump, man. It's like Auburn fans, I say this all the time, and people may go, well, no, you don't really deserve anything. But no, we do. Auburn fans deserve something good to finally happen, and they deserve something to go right in Jordan-Hare Stadium in a night game where they can go throw some toilet paper, man. Just want to throw some toilet paper.
Well, yeah. Well, I think, the lore is still there. Everybody seems, the myth of Jordan-Hare is still well intact, but it's just that the results haven't been there. We've been close again. We go back to good grief. This is the word of the day: close. We've been close in these games, and we will rise up. And the problem is that we've been, 10 to 12 point underdogs, or we've been 7 point underdogs at home at night. That should never. I mean, that should not be the case. We should always be favored. We should be in a position where we should be favored if we're coming to Jordan-Hare at night. So maybe we can turn it around. I hope that starts this week and it continues on throughout the rest of this season and on into next year. But we keep talking about that hump, that proverbial hump, that, corner that we need to turn. Well, this is the opportunity to do it. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I know. All right, so I want to, again, looking into the future, I don't know how the games are going to work their way out, regardless win or losses. Is Hugh Freeze back next year, in your opinion?
Not if we go 6-6.
Not if we go 6-6. Hugh Freeze is gone, in your opinion.
If we beat Kentucky and beat Mercer and lose to Vanderbilt and Alabama, it's just more of the same. And I've seen this for 3 years, more of the same. I'm looking for a sign that we are moving forward. And do you think 6-6 gets in?
I think Auburn stays with Hugh Freeze at 6-6 at this point, with all the things that are falling around in college football right now. I do.
Yeah.
And I just think that, now if he resigns, that's different. If he resigns and there's health issues or whatever, I don't know. But I'm just saying, if Hugh Freeze wants to come back next year and he goes 6-6, I know that's not a popular opinion. It ain't popular with me, and I'm saying it. But I'm just saying that with all the other crap going on in college football and trying to keep the defense in place and trying to keep players in place and the different things that are going on, I just think you got to stick with him, man. It's just, I don't know if Auburn wants to jump in this right now.
Well, the question isn't what should happen, is what will happen, right?
Well, that's it. And I'm going to tell you this, Andy, who all is out there that we're willing to just go all in on? And are we willing to get in a bidding war? LSU fans right now they hated Brian Kelly, but now they're scared to death that they don't know what the crap's about to happen. And it's the reality of where everything is. I mean, Florida job going to be open. Arkansas job open. Penn State job open. These aren't the only ones, and they're going to be more added to it. So Kentucky's probably more than likely going to be open. Not saying that you shouldn't have the leg up on Kentucky in a football job, but there's just not very many coaches out there to pick from, man. That's my point.
This is true. I mean, do you? We always talk about going after somebody established. I don't even know that. There's only a handful of guys out there that, and even then, if you bring a guy in like that, it's still a crapshoot. It's still a roll of the dice. So yeah, I mean, if you got somebody that you really, really love and you think and you want to put all your eggs in that basket, then I guess you go ahead and make the change. But I don't see a guy out there that has that criteria for me.
I don't either, man. So again, I mean, it's the results haven't been what Auburn people want, but I mean, I go back to the beginning of the show. Are we close? How close are we? Are we about to take the next step? I think a lot of these next 4 games are going to tell us that. And I don't know what the results are going to be, but I just do know that the answer is not scrapping everything every 3 years and starting over. That ain't working, man. And, everybody goes, well, Auburn don't want to get in the fray this year in the coaching's. Well, what's going to happen next year? Expectations aren't going to fall off for anybody next year. There's going to be coaches getting fired next year too. And these absurd buyouts that these, agents, namely Jimmy Sexton, is, holding universities over the barrel on. I mean, that's going to continue to happen until somebody steps up and says, we ain't doing that anymore. So I don't know. That's just a point to kind of let marinate and see what happens over the next few weeks and see where Auburn stands. So
I'd rather win out and not think and not have to be an issue.
There you go. I like that. I like that mindset, Andy. Very much so. All right, well, that's going to wrap it up for the Friday edition of the Auburn Blitz. We appreciate all of you so very much for tuning in each and every day. Again, want to remind everybody we'll be on live after the Kentucky game for our post-game reaction show, so make sure you hang in there with us. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, make sure you go out there and do that and hit the like button. It helps us out tremendously. For Andy Graham, I'm Brett Pritchard saying we've enjoyed it. We hope you have. See you next time.